Should you be investing in the LIC's initial public offer that is planning to come? That's the question in everybody's mind. Friends, the government of India is decided to offer Life Insurance Corporation LIC's share to public in the month of March. So there's a lot of work going on in the background to make this happen, right? And we believe it's an opportunity that's well worth evaluating, and this video is all about that. Let me give you a small piece of information. LIC is a mammoth organization, so it's definitely going to be a big one. It's also created so much of excitement among global investors who want to be part of these investments. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why, 10 big reasons why you must, as an investor, try and subscribe to the LIC's initial public offer. First, LIC IPO, as they call it, is not just buying into any other share. It's almost like buying into the Indian stock market. You get to own a piece of that stock market. It's a mutual fund, so to say, by the amount of the mammoth investments that they hold. So that's the first piece. Second, LIC is a massive company in a massive industry. Life insurance in India is just getting started, my friend. A country with the kind of population that we have and with aspirations, the growth is just getting started. So the next 20 years, 30 years is going to be massive for life insurance, and LIC is right there, the big daddy out there to take advantage of this growth that is waiting to happen. The third thing, LIC is a huge brand. In spite of 2 decades of privatization and all private players spending tons and tons of money, LIC still has a market share that's bigger than the combined size of all the private players around. So it's a huge entity that's kind of massive business model that's kind of come there. Next, in spite of so much of things, the government is likely to price the share at a reasonable price because the government wants the free float to have a lot more retail investor in it. So there's a lot in it for retail investors. In fact, if you're a LIC policyholder, you will get a preferential allotment. So that's something that you must kind of root for. In spite of the large size, LIC is still, after listing, will be the 6th or the 7th largest insurance company in the world. So it's a long way to go before it becomes much bigger. So it's really not that big from a global perspective. Next up, the IPO, the initial public offering, will throw LIC open to public scrutiny, thereby increasing efficiency and operation and profitability of the enterprise. So we expect LIC to become far more profitable in the future than what it was in the past. Next, as I mentioned, as a policyholder in LIC, you are eligible for a preferential allotment. So make sure you kind of do what it takes to get a preferential allotment in this IPO. All the assets in LIC, the large LIC building on Mount Road that we see, is probably valued in the books at a couple of lakhs or maybe 1 crore or 2. Whereas the real market value of that today runs into hundreds of crores, maybe even 1,000 crores. So a lot of assets are hidden at the historic value, which can get unlocked in the future. So it's a great buy from that perspective. Day one listing price of LIC is likely to make it among the top 10 listed companies in India. So it's not a small company. The day it gets listed, immediately it will be right up there among the top 10 companies in the stock exchange. All these make the LIC's IPO an opportunity that one should not miss, my friends. So I would urge you to keenly look out and apply for it. These are the 3-4 things that I want you to look out for before the LIC IPO comes. First up, go to the website of LIC, licindia.com. And if you're a policy holder, register your policy number, your email ID and mobile number. It's plain simple, it's on the home page. Do that registration, because only based on that will you be eligible for a preferential allotment, and the information will be able to reach you there. So that's very important. Second up, do this for all your family members as well. Not just for you, but ensure all your family members are eligible, because it's likely that government will try and give a small allotment to everybody who applies. So there's a good chance that everybody who applies may get a small chunk of it. The more, the merrier. Second, if you don't have a demat account already, this is a great chance to go open a simple demat account in readiness, because all these shares are going to be available only in demat mode, not in physical mode. So you need to have a demat if you want to apply for it. It's a very simple job. You can do it online, offline, with your bank, and so on and so forth, but get that done right now. Right? Last but not the least, keep your eyes and ears open. Somewhere in the month of March, anywhere between the mid-March to the third week of March is when this IPO will happen. So look out for it. Apply in whatever you can, whatever surplus you can apply. And I believe it will be a great investment to hold in the long term. LIC is one of the largest companies we have in India, and so far we didn't have the opportunity to own a piece of it. Now that opportunity is coming through, don't miss it.